He called the other day, he said, "Can I help you with Iran?" I said, "No, you can help me with Russia."
While the Israel-Iran conflict may have temporarily dialed down, the war in Ukraine continues to burn, 40 months in, and still no end in sight. And now, a chilling picture is emerging. Putin isn't just in it for Ukraine, and he's not in a rush to stop. At the NATO summit this week, President Trump dropped a cold dose of reality that rattled the press gallery.
And in addition to that, you mentioned General Kane, your chief of staff, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff.
General Kane.
Yes, he has said that Mr. Putin has territorial ambitions beyond Ukraine. Do you view that in the same way?
Possible. I mean, it's possible.
But it doesn't stop there. Fresh NATO intelligence suggests Russia can keep this war going till at least 2027. Despite economic strain and budget bleeding, the Kremlin has enough fuel, funds, and firepower to drag the conflict on for years, possibly with even more territory in its sights.
I think it's a great time to end it. I'm going to speak to Vladimir Putin, see if we can get it ended. Last week, they had, I guess, close to 7,000 young soldiers, Russian and Ukrainian soldiers were killed, 7,000 in 1 week. It's crazy. It's crazy. So I'll be speaking to Putin.
Trump admitted, abandoning earlier boasts of a quick peace deal. Still, behind the sarcasm and bravado, it's clear. Putin isn't isolated, and he isn't desperate. In fact, it was Putin who called Trump, offering to mediate the Middle East standoff. But Trump flipped the script. "You help me get a settlement with you, with Russia," he said. That exchange alone changes the game. Back channels are open, even if Washington isn't ready to admit it. Russia has accused the US of stalling on diplomacy, from restoring embassies to direct flights. A third round of diplomatic talks has been delayed, and Moscow says the Americans are unwilling to budge.
I can only assume that the American side, despite certain surface-level progress, is still unwilling to truly resolve the difficulties it created around the functioning of our diplomatic missions. They're stalling, not out of logistics, but out of politics. We're not the ones walking away. It's Washington that keeps moving the goalposts.
Putin remains calm and calculating. He's slashed the 2025 budget, but kept the military machine untouched. Oil revenues are down, yes, but Moscow is still paying for its war. And while critics scream collapse, Putin is playing for time.
And of course, if we do not reach an agreement peacefully, we will achieve our military goals. Therefore, there is nothing unusual here.
Some NATO officials even admit the Russian president might be receiving distorted intelligence, but the effect is the same: confidence. And that confidence may be well placed. Ukraine's battlefield strength is thinning. Manpower is stretched. Patriot missile systems still up in the air. The West debates, but Russia acts. Behind the fog of war, Putin's strategy is crystal clear. Don't chase peace. Don't rush the end. Outlast the West, wear down its will, and dictate the terms when the time is right, or not at all. Trump, who once promised to end the war in 24 hours, now seems to realize Putin isn't waiting for permission.
Once said that you would end the Ukraine war in 24 hours. You later said that sarcastically.
Well, of course it was sarcastic.
But you've now been in office for 5 months and 5 days. Why have you not been able to end the Ukraine war?
Because it's more difficult than people would have any idea. Vladimir Putin has been more difficult. Frankly, I had some problems with Zelensky. You may have read about him. And it's been more difficult than other wars.
And if Trump's tone is any signal, those terms may already be in motion behind closed doors, because this isn't the end. Vladimir Putin may only be getting started.
I have said many times that I consider the Russian and Ukrainian peoples to be one people. In this sense, all of Ukraine is ours.